You know the difference between a goat and an eagle? The goat eats anything, while the eagle sees things from a higher perspective. Stop being the goat in your own life. Aim to soar. You're hustling, you're grinding, you're making moves and stacking cash. But what's the point if you're still tethered to the ground with the same mindset that kept you from greatness? It's easy to get caught up in the noise. The world's full of distractions, shiny new opportunities, toxic partnerships, and people who tell you that this is the way, that this is the answer. Let me tell you something. You've got a choice. Be the goat or be the eagle. The goat, while a survivor, spends its life grazing in the dirt, fighting for scraps, trapped in the same small pasture. It's constantly moving, but it never goes anywhere. It stays stuck, with its vision limited to what's immediately in front of it. The eagle, it doesn't waste time on low-hanging fruit. It takes flight high above, with a vision so sharp it can see its prey from miles away. It rises above the noise and the distractions. Here's the thing. In business, the most successful people aren't just working harder, they're working smarter. They've learned how to rise above their circumstances, how to change their perspective to see opportunities that others are too busy to notice. But here's the truth no one tells you. The ones who truly rise are the ones who master the art of focus. They know that instant gratification? It's a trap. They understand that success is a long game. They invest time in themselves, in the right relationships, and in building systems that can soar, not just sprint for a moment, but sustain for a lifetime. What are you doing today to elevate yourself above the noise? You're not just building a business, you're shaping a legacy. But you need to stop grazing with the goats and start thinking like an eagle. The reason most people fail to achieve greatness? They're too busy trying to climb the wrong mountain. They're running with the herd, doing what everyone else is doing, too scared to take a step into the unknown. But the eagles, they master their domain. They trust their wings. They see the bigger picture. Here's your chance. It's time to stop waiting for things to fall into your lap. Stop chasing trends. Start soaring. Call to action. If you're tired of staying grounded, follow me. Together we'll rise higher than anyone thought possible. Let's build a legacy that outlives us. You ever wonder why people chase fast food but won't spend 5 more seconds in the mirror? It's because the mirror doesn't lie, but convenience does. Most people don't realize it, but their entire life is a transaction. Not in money, but in control. They say yes to everything, thinking it makes them agreeable. But if you can't say no, then your yes means nothing. You're not making choices. You're just a leaf in the wind. And when the wind changes, so do you. The world isn't built for people who follow. It's built by people who decide. The ones who rejected the village before the village could reject them. Because a child who is not embraced by the village, he'll burn it down to feel its warmth. But the powerful don't burn villages. They build them, and then choose who gets in. Most people are educated enough to make a living, but never taught how to make a fortune. Because fortune isn't in degrees, it's in decisions. The decision to self-educate. The decision to unlearn comfort. The decision to stop chasing fast solutions and start building slow empires. Power isn't about control, it's about understanding. The 1%? They don't play by rules made for them. They play by rules they wrote. They know that the moment you master saying no, you stop being a puppet. The moment you see the world for what it is, you start shaping it. So the next time you look in the mirror, ask yourself, are you the one making decisions? Or the one being decided for? What am I really building? You're not just building a business, empire, or portfolio. You're building a story, a legacy. One that will stand long after the markets crash and the new wunderkinds come and go. One that says, I didn't just conquer the world, I gave back something real. And for the ones who feel alone in their success, this is the truth that has been hiding in plain sight all along. You are not just building wealth, you are building wisdom through every mistake, every misstep. The greatest entrepreneurs in history knew this. It's not the end game that matters, it's the journey that defines you. So, to the billionaires listening, you're not alone in this battle. In fact, you're part of a long line of men and women who've sat in the same room, staring at the same pile of riches, wondering if this is all there is. And to the ones who don't have billions, know that the same principle applies. Success isn't measured by the size of your bank account. It's by the courage to stand tall in your truth when everyone else is lost in the noise. You've been fed a lie that more money fixes everything. Well, let me tell you the story of the richest man in Babylon and why even he couldn't escape the truth that eludes most. In the ancient city of Babylon, a man named Marduk held more gold than any king. His empire was built on the sweat and blood of the people, yet despite his riches, he was tormented by a gnawing emptiness, an unshakable void, a weight on his chest. Every evening he would sit alone, gazing at his mountains of wealth, wondering, is this all I worked for? Is this why I bled for these riches? You see, wealth never fills the void. It simply buys distractions. Money amplifies everything: power, fear, loneliness. But it doesn't cure the emptiness inside that comes from not knowing who you are without it. Money can't buy meaning. You, the billionaire, understand this more than anyone. You've conquered the world, built empires, and yet you know deep down that the game isn't just about the winnings. The game is about who you become along the way. Imagine buying the most expensive car in the world and driving it around without ever knowing how to open the gas cap. Sounds ridiculous, right? Yet every day, this is what we do, chasing success without understanding what it truly costs. And the worst part, we're often too afraid to admit we don't even know how to open the gas cap. It's the irony of success that many of us, especially those who've climbed to great heights, fall into. We think that wealth, power, or status are the final destinations. But what if I told you that once you've crossed the finish line, there's no one to hand you the keys to happiness? People don't talk about the price of success, the quiet, almost imperceptible loneliness that creeps in, the fatigue of pretending it all doesn't weigh down on you. For the billionaires in the room, you're often surrounded by admirers, yet you're the most isolated. Your wealth doesn't shield you from feeling misunderstood, from craving genuine connection. And that's the thing. The more you acquire, the more you realize it's never about the acquisition. It's about the meaning you attach to it. But let me tell you something. If you're not actively questioning where your real value lies, you're already losing the game. What's the one thing the richest and most powerful people in the world struggle with that most people can't even imagine? It's the fear of being unfulfilled. What does it really mean to be successful if you can't look in the mirror at the end of the day and say, I made a difference today? To the high net worth individuals who are watching, you've conquered the financial world, but are you fully content? The golden chains of luxury can weigh down on you when you realize they're shackling you to something that doesn't fill your soul. You could buy anything, but you can't buy meaning. Now, to the rest of you, the pursuit of success isn't just about the wealth. It's about understanding how to handle it, how to handle yourself. And that comes with wisdom. It's learning that it's not the flashy Lamborghini that makes you, but the way you steer your life that counts. The quiet moments of reflection, of understanding why you're in the driver's seat in the first place. So ask yourself, are you driving with purpose? Or are you just speeding down the highway without knowing where you're headed? Success isn't about finding the fastest route. It's about mastering the journey. The real work begins when you ask why. You can buy influence, power, and fame. But the most powerful thing you can ever have is a legacy. It's what you leave behind, what you've cultivated in others, that lasts far longer than any material possession. So here's my question. What are you really building? A mansion full of things you don't need? Or a life full of moments and people who truly make you feel alive? It's found in the decision to act when others choose to watch, to seize opportunity when most are paralyzed by fear. It's in the deliberate choice to create when everyone else is waiting for something to happen. Consider John D. Rockefeller, a man who reshaped entire industries. His empire didn't just materialize out of luck or timing. It was a result of a relentless pursuit of what others deemed impossible. While the world whispered about his ambitions, Rockefeller listened to the whispers that promised greatness, and with every step, he increased his fortune. But here's where the true lesson lies for you, the one with vision, the one with ambition. When you choose silence over action, you become the person everyone looks to when it's too late. Wealth doesn't wait around for those who hesitate. It gravitates toward the ones who know their worth and act swiftly on it. That's why the elite know this truth. There is a cost to inaction, and it's far greater than the cost of failure. You can always bounce back from a mistake, but you can never reclaim the time lost by standing still. In a world of endless whispers, are you ready to raise your voice and stake your claim? Or will you let silence be your prison, forever wondering what could have been? It's not the whispers that matter, it's the actions that follow them. Every moment you delay is a moment that others will use to pass you by. Wealth, influence, power, they're all part of the timeless dance of creation. The question is, will you choose to lead, or will you remain a spectator in your own story? To those who dare to act, your time is now, and the gold mine you're seeking has been waiting for you all along.
Hook, brutal and unforgettable. Most people will live and die as financial nobodies because they don't have the guts to admit they're playing the game wrong. The rich aren't playing a different game, they're playing a rigged one, and instead of complaining, they learned the rules and started playing better. The blueprint, the masses will never follow. For centuries, power has belonged to those who understand leverage, not effort, not intelligence, leverage. The Roman Empire wasn't built by soldiers. It was built by those who controlled the supply chains of war. The soldiers fought, but the generals owned the land, the food, and the weapons. Fast forward a few thousand years, and nothing has changed. The Carnegies, Rockefellers, and Morgans didn't build wealth by working hard. They acquired resources, controlled infrastructure, and dictated market movements. Meanwhile, the average person still thinks a paycheck will set them free. The 4 laws of financial power. 1. Control the flow, not just the work. Henry Ford didn't just build cars, he built the factories that made cars inevitable. Amazon didn't just sell books, they took over global distribution. The rich don't work in the system, they own.
We live in a world where most are planting seeds in soil that's shallow, but what if I told you the roots of true wealth run much deeper? Let me take you on a journey that only those who understand the power of long-term thinking will ever truly grasp. Consider the ancient oak tree, standing tall for centuries, its branches reaching higher than most could imagine. But no one sees the invisible roots. Those roots buried deep underground, unseen to the naked eye. This tree wasn't built overnight. The oak tree took years, decades even, to grow. It began with a seed, a single thought, like the wealth of the mind that many fail to cultivate. In financial terms, this is compound growth, when your wealth, like those roots, quietly works for you in ways you can't always see. But unlike the impatient tree, most people today want immediate results. They plant seeds but fail to water them, giving up the moment they don't see results. Consider Robert Greene's story of Julius Caesar and the 48 Laws of Power, a man who bided his time, sowing the seeds of ambition in silence, watching his roots grow deep in the political arena until they could not be ignored. His ultimate success came not from quick wins, but from a foundation built on time, patience, and deep strategy. Now take a moment and reflect. What are you planting today? The seeds of a fleeting success or the roots of lasting wealth? I want you to understand that every decision you make with your finances is a seed. If you put that seed in the right soil, it grows slowly at first. Then one day, like a tree, it bursts into full bloom and produces fruit you can never imagine. Look at the fortunes of men like Andrew Carnegie, born poor, but with an eye on the long term, investing not for immediate gains, but for the legacy he could build. Carnegie, through his mastery of finance, leveraged the compounding power of wealth. This wasn't just about owning a business. It was about building an empire, one calculated step at a time. The land you stand on is your financial foundation. Imagine a farmer with endless fertile land, but his crops yield little because he refuses to tend to them. His land's overrun with weeds of poor investments, distractions, and haste. Would you be that farmer, sowing with impatience and reaping too soon? Or would you be the one to clear the land, plant your crops with intention, and wait patiently for the harvest that's bound to come? This is the difference between those who understand wealth and those who are caught in the frenzy of get-rich-quick schemes. A great wealth-building strategy isn't about accumulating fleeting riches. It's about consistent, long-term planning, just as the oak tree grows at its own pace, undisturbed by the impatience of those who think they can shortcut their way to success. What's the secret to this kind of wealth? It's the same secret Carnegie knew. compound interest, whether it's in investments, assets, or your own intellectual capital. Start early, stay steady, and let the world's richest currency, time, work its magic. In today's terms, this means investing in diversified strategic assets, regularly contributing to wealth-building accounts like Roth IRAs or index funds, and reinvesting profits instead of cashing them out. The richest don't chase money. They make money chase them by building a legacy of assets, not liabilities. True wealth isn't just about having a big paycheck today. It's about building an income stream that pays you tomorrow, even while you sleep. That's the real power. So let me ask you this. Will you be the farmer who plants for tomorrow, or the one who harvests too soon, only to find the soil barren? Take control of your future by building roots of wealth that can never be uprooted. The 1% know this secret. They have mastered patience, strategy, and long-term vision. It's your turn to grow your own empire, one calculated move at a time. The path is clear, but it requires wisdom. As the Bible says, without counsel, purposes are disappointed, but in the multitude of counselors, they are established. Seek the wisdom of those who have walked this path before you and build the tree of wealth that can withstand time. It's 2025. You stand at the crossroads, your path ahead illuminated by the uncertain glow of a new world unfolding. The forces that shaped history are shifting, and the question is, what will you do with the energy that is rising around you? Imagine you are an observer of history, watching from the edge as the world begins to change once more. In the next 5 years, the energy of empires will rise and fall, and you are on the verge of a decision that will either mark you as a spectator or as an active participant in the shaping of this new age. Consider Napoleon Bonaparte. His genius was not in the battles he fought, but in his ability to sense the moment when the tides of power were shifting. He didn't sit idly, waiting for opportunities to come to him. He created them. Just as Napoleon recognized the changing nature of warfare, those who adapt today to the winds of economic and social transformation will create their future. 2025 is the beginning of an energy shift that mirrors his ascent. This shift is like the compounding pebble you've been ignoring. It's the moment when your small actions, your constant effort, the sacrifices, will either turn into a boulder or remain dust. Your choice. But know this. The boulders are those who recognized early that the world was never static. Just like Catherine the Great, who expanded Russia's empire by understanding the deep currents of her time, you too can tap into this coming wave. So, what is happening? Technology is going to transform once again. You've already seen the rise of AI, automation, and massive shifts in the workforce. But the next 5 years will witness an even greater realignment. Think about the Industrial Revolution. The disruption it caused was far beyond what people anticipated. The same is happening today with the rise of cryptocurrency, blockchain, and the metaverse. But this is only the tip of the iceberg. We're about to see a new breed of digital empires, fueled by decentralization and the blending of physical and digital realities. Those who learn and adapt will not just survive, they will rule this new order. Think about Machiavelli, who understood that those who understand the changing currents of power are the ones who can wield it. Right now, the world is your court, your kingdom, and it's as vulnerable as any prince's. But a prince is only as strong as his understanding of the moment. So what's your role? Will you adapt, build your empire, or remain hidden in the shadows as those around you thrive? Here's the lesson of 2025. You are not separate from the forces shaping this new world. You are at the heart of it. Like Queen Elizabeth I, who transformed the English monarchy into a global powerhouse, you are on the verge of an opportunity. The key to power isn't just in grand gestures, but in understanding the pulse of what's happening, and then making your move with unshakable purpose. In the coming years, the world will reveal its true nature. Many will stand by, unwilling to make a choice, too fearful to step into the unknown. But those who dare, who see what others cannot, will carve out their own place in history. Like Franklin D. Roosevelt, who steered the United States through the Great Depression, your ability to adapt and innovate will set you apart. We are entering an era where adaptability is everything, and only those with clear intent will navigate the waves. It's time to take stock. Are you a spectator or a creator of the future? Time is never still, and as we step into this new age, Understand this. Your decisions today will echo in the years to come. Like a pebble turned boulder, your actions today may very well shape the foundation of your future empire. Remember, history is not made by the passive, it's forged by the bold, the willing, and the adaptable. Just as those who came before us turned moments into movements, so too can you. The question is, what are you going to do with the energy of 2025? Your move.